The confluence of global instability, unresolved conflicts, and external political pressure have accelerated plans within the walls of the UN to recalibrate the use of its existing resources.
We cannot ignore the precarious fiscal situation that we are in. We cannot sacrifice the principles of this institution in the name of the bottom line.
The human rights side of things is so underfunded that it's hard to see where there are any redundancies.
Secretary General Antonio Guterres admitted that UN humanitarian actions are on the brink of collapse, yet called for a reset of aid operations.
To deliver faster at lower cost and with greater reliability to the millions of people whose lives depend on us in moments of crisis.
Back in July, the U.S. Congress clawed back $1 billion in foreign aid it previously authorized, hitting the UN hard. The U.S. pays roughly 22% of the regular budget, 25% of peacekeeping costs, and 40% of humanitarian funding, and has suspended funding to the UN Relief Works Agency.
The UN does not need the Department of Economic and Social Affairs, the Conference on Trade and Development, numerous agencies, and UNDP all working on overlapping dimensions of development.
In addition, the UN will be cutting around 25% of its total peacekeeping troops and police in 9 operations around the world, not because of reforms, but citing uncertain future funding from the U.S. While the immediate focus for the UN will be on humanitarian budgets, the issue of reforming and expanding the UN Security Council is also high on the agenda for many countries, but it's not likely to happen.
It is unlikely to actually happen because of the difficult nature of what it would mean procedurally. That requires charter reform, which doesn't just require approval and ratification from 2/3 of the member states, but all 5 of the permanent members. And given the current political realities, I think it is almost impossible to imagine.
But right now, most humanitarian organizations are concerned with the UN's future capabilities to address their needs.
Any decisions that they make about changing things on human rights should also be consulted with human rights defenders, with victims, people who understand what's at stake.
The world will be watching, especially those populations most keenly affected by conflicts, food insecurity, and climate change. Frank Ucciardo, TRT World, the United Nations.